Alright, so I just got out of the Last Jedi, Star Wars, and I think I saw all I need to see. Now, I want to be like completely honest, 100% honest. I'm not intentionally trying to not like the movie. Just want to make that clear. But I got a lot of problems with it. It started from the very beginning of the movie and it continued all the way through to the end. And it's the fucking humor the movie was using. I felt like not the fact that there was jokes, but that it was bad humor, that didn't fit with Star Wars at all. The whole beginning part where Poe is talking to one of the generals and he's trying to give him some big villainous speech and Poe keeps interrupting him. That shit felt straight out of a fucking cartoon. Like a comedy cartoon, like a Family Guy, like Family Guy Blue Harvest type of cartoon. And that shit continued throughout the whole film. It continued throughout the whole fucking film. Every single thing was punctuated by some kind of joke. And like I might not like love Star Wars like I used to, but I still want to respect it. And this film just makes like a mockery of Star Wars. Spoilers for all this, by the way. If you're listening past this point, I'm just going to be talking about spoilers, okay? This is probably the only time I'm going to fucking talk about this movie. And because I don't want to see it again. I really don't want to see it again. But, the whole movie is just the rebels are running out of gas. That's the whole movie. It's like a self-contained story. It never goes beyond like 2 planets. Like you see like 2 planets, and that's it for the whole movie. The whole movie. A bunch of characters I could have did without. The Admiral lady that took over for Leia after that ridiculous scene. The huge just jumped the shark moment with Princess Leia, where she is sucked into space. She is sucked into space. Kylo Ren is about to shoot her. He doesn't. His co-pilot's on either side of him. They shoot the windows. Princess Leia goes flying out the fucking windows. And I thought, this is a good way to send off Princess Leia. This is a good way to do it. Kylo Ren could feel bad about it. Because she ain't coming back for the sequels. Okay? So she gets sucked out of space. You have this beautiful shot of her frozen in space because all oxygen gets sucked out of your body if you fucking go into space. But then, all of a sudden, she starts twitching. And then she flies through space all the way to the door of the ship. I assume while holding her breath the whole time. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. There was like the Force was protecting her. Yeah, give me a fucking break, And she puts her hand on a glass, and they open the door, right? The door that leads to space that she's on the other side of. They open it, and she just falls in. Why didn't everyone just get sucked out right there? I was so confused. I was like, how did they just open this door and let her in? How is like there are no consequences? Literally nothing happens in this movie to anybody. Another big spoiler, Snoke fucking dies, and you never find out who the fuck Snoke is. They never tell you who he is. They never tell you his motivations. Okay? He is literally just a CGI villain sitting in a chair the whole fucking movie. And Kylo Ren kills him. And tries to get Rey to join him. Which she should. She seems like a villain anyway. I really felt that the whole movie would have been better if she joined Kylo Ren and Finn, the black janitor, the one black character that happens to be a janitor too, right? He just happens to have the worst job on the fucking... And he's a coward and he fucking loves to gamble and shit because they go to a fucking casino fucking planet in this game. game. They go to a casino fucking planet in the movie. He's loving it, and he's with this Asian chick her lesbian lover sacrificed herself. There's a lot of human sacrifice of characters you don't give a fuck about in this movie. So they all have literally zero impact. The Admiral lady, who you thought was evil the whole time because of the way she was treating Poe, she sacrifices herself. She drives the fucking ship into the fucking big enemy ship. At the very beginning of the movie, another person sacrifices himself by blowing up the bombs. It's just, who are these people? Why do we care? Why do we care? And Poe is about to kamikaze the big gun in the end, and he gets saved by the Asian girl who's, been tagging along with him this whole fucking movie. And she's like, we can't die in battle. We gotta fight for love or something. Some bullshit like that. And then she gives him like a weak ass fucking kiss. The worst kiss in movie history. She literally just, and she like falls back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had an explosion going on behind them. It would have been way epic if they fucking held that for like 2 seconds. Like, 1, 2, 3, like, why was it so quick? It doesn't make any sense. Why is there no magic with the movie? Luke Skywalker in the movie, almost unbearable, man. Almost unbearable. The only thing that helped that was the ending fight where he's fighting Kylo Ren and he's barely doing anything. He's barely doing anything. He does a Matrix limbo, and that's like it. And then you find out that he was just a Force ghost the whole time. And he was sending his Force ghosts through the fucking universe, across the universe. He sent this fucking Force ghost. That's pretty strong. But anyway, he does that. And the second he buys them enough time to escape in the end, he lets the Force ghost go, and you see him back on his island, fucking planet, where he has been the whole fucking movie. He never fucking left the fucking island. And you see the two suns setting like they were when he was fucking born. And he just fucking dies. He becomes a fucking Force ghost. I just don't understand why the fuck you would make a Force ghost just to come back and become a Force ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you just go yourself? Why send a Force ghost version of yourself to go fight Kylo Ren? Why wouldn't you sacrifice yourself? You're becoming a ghost anyway. It would have been just like Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, right? In episode 4, where Darth Vader looks like he cuts off his head, but really Obi-Wan becomes a Force ghost. That same exact thing could have happened with Luke. Right after he said, "I'm not the last Jedi," and then Kylo Ren could have fucking swung at him, and then Luke disappears. That would have been epic, and it would have felt like a Star Wars movie. Because that's the biggest problem with the fucking movie. It doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie at all. At all. You could literally just put another title on the fucking movie and just change some costumes and change some fucking CGI effects to make it look a little different, And it'll be a completely different movie. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. They use lightsabers. Fucking bullshit. That was another thing that really pissed me off when I first saw it. When Luke gets the lightsaber from Rey, and it's Anakin's fucking lightsaber. It's his first lightsaber, and what's he do with it? He just throws it over his shoulder. He just throws it away. He's just like, fuck this, and he throws it away. What the fuck? Wouldn't Luke be happy to see that fucking lightsaber? See his dad's lightsaber that he thought he lost, probably. What the fuck? That sums up how Disney has treated Star Wars. They just toss it aside. That lightsaber, that Anakin lightsaber has been in episodes 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and now 8. It's been in the most, that lightsaber has been in the most episodes. And they just toss it, They just toss it like it's fucking nothing, It's the one connecting tissue with all these movies. It's that goddamn lightsaber. They treat it like it's nothing, Treat it like it's nothing. The Porgs were useless. What a useless creation. What a useless fucking creation. They're worse than the Ewoks. At least the Ewoks fought the fucking Empire. These Porgs just fucking They're literally just chickens with big eyes. That's all they were. They're useless. And you have some more useless animals, like these fucking horses that they go to this goddamn stupid ass casino place. Alright, it's like a fucking giant casino. And this girl is like, oh, these people are the worst because, they're rich and they're gambling and they have slaves. Like, what? Half the fucking galaxy has slaves. Did you see Tatooine? Anakin was a fucking slave. Doesn't make the Masters bad people. That's just the way shit is. And then they even go a step further in the movie, and there's a clearly obvious like criminal that doesn't give a fuck about them, right? And so they tag up with him, right? They thought this guy's a good guy, good judge of character. Might as well go with him. And they completely abandoned going after the guy they were supposed to go after. They completely abandoned that. And they go after this shady guy who ends up betraying them. And when he betrays them, when this guy betrays them in the end, you never see him again. He completely gets away with it. And he might be in the next episode, he might not. But when they're on the casino place, this guy, the casino planet, this guy fucking explains to them that these rich motherfuckers are supplying weapons to not only the First Order, but to the Rebel Alliance. Because that's how fucking war works. Like, do people not realize this shit? You think Henry Ford just supplied V8s to the American Army during World War II? No, he supplied them to Germany too. Every single manufacturer was playing both sides. So their companies could be fine when the war's over, right? Because they would be on the winning side no matter what, because you're playing both sides. That's just how war works. Warmongers, they're just making money. They're fucking businessmen. They're not exactly like a hive of scum and villainy. They're not. It's just a casino. It's like Las Vegas. And they got horse tracks. And oh yeah, they're whipping the horses. Oh, isn't that horrible? We gotta save the animals. We gotta get PETA in here. We gotta save the animals. They're so horrible. They have children slaves. In a galaxy like hundreds of thousands of years ago. Oh my god. They might not be slaves. They might be indentured servants, and when they grow up they could leave. Who knows? How'd the Asian girl get out of there? They never explained that. Apparently she was a slave on this fucking casino planet. But she got out. How'd she get out? She must have been released. Alright? She never talks about breaking out. She never talks about escaping, the place. She just says how she hates it and she wants to drive a fucking fist through it. It's like, alright. So your immediate reaction, your gut reaction is just violence. Alright, great. So what a great hero we got here. Poe was super annoying. I liked him. And then he just started to get super fucking annoying with the whole, oh, we're going to blow this up. Oh, yeah. And then we blow it up. He just kept doing that over and over. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck wrote this movie? What is their IQ level? This is ridiculous. You're doing the same jokes over and over. And they're not even that funny. I mean, I'd rather have Jar Jar Binks. Alright? Because at least all the humor in the movie is confined to the one character of Jar Jar Binks, right? In The Phantom Menace. It's all the humor in the movie is just confined to his character. No other character is cracking jokes every 10 seconds. It's only Jar Jar Binks. And R2-D2, nowhere to be seen. He's in one fucking scene. C-3PO has like 3 lines and he gets cut off all 3 lines. Like he doesn't fucking matter at all. Like, not only does this movie completely negate the fact that every single Star Wars movie has been about the Skywalkers, but it also negates the fact that every single Star Wars movie has also been about C-3PO and R2-D2. They are always the subplot, and they're not in this one at all. Just like Force Awakens, except Force Awakens was worse because you got even less C-3PO, and that movie still didn't fit. I would say this movie's a little better than Force Awakens, but it's not by much. Force Awakens is like a 5 for me. This would be like a 6 out of 10, This movie. Because, some of the jokes landed, but fuck, if you tell 300 fucking jokes, yeah, percentage-wise, a couple should work. But Jesus Christ, every fucking scene, it just pissed me off. It was endless. Even when they're shooting at Luke Skywalker at the very end of the movie. It looks like he's like sacrificing himself to distract them. And he's like, they're firing all their weapons. And the other general dude's like, no, stop. You know, and then Kylo Ren slams him to the side, and then one of the army dudes in front of him is like, alrighty then, I'll follow your commands. Like, it's just fucking stupid. Did you see Porkins die? I saw Porkins die. Yeah, same, literally the same fucking shot from A New Hope. When they're doing the tunnel, when they're doing the trench run, and you got Porkins, the fat pilot, going, he's on me, and then they shoot him, and you see him explode in his cockpit. You literally have another fat pilot die in like 2 seconds on screen. His fucking plane blowing up, you know? It's literally the same fucking thing. It might even be the same goddamn character dying again. All the pilots were different races and genders too, because, you know, why the fuck not? I suppose it makes sense if most of them are females, considering this is the last of the rebels, and every male dude has died. Like, that's how this would make sense, right? But they don't even get into that, right? It's like, it's completely normal that there's all these women. Like, they should address the fact that there's all these women because all the men are dead. Like, that should have been a big moment in the film. And they don't even think about it, you know? It's not even a second thought. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to talk about on film. You know, the characters are like, we've lost all our men. We're down to the bare bones minimum, you know? We're down to the last of us. Every man has died. Like, that would have been amazing. And Poe's a fucking idiot. He's the reason they're getting the predicament they're running out of gas. And he's the whole reason. If they never turn around to fight the big ship at the beginning of the film, none of that would have happened. Oh, by the way, the whole first 20 minutes of the film is all CGI, you know? It's all CGI battle sequence, so get ready for that. All CG. The opening shot of the movie after the crawl goes away. And by the way, the opening text crawl sucks. You know? It sucks. Barely any detail in there. And it goes by fast, dude. It went by really fast. They must have upped the pace, man. Because I swear to God, it took like less than 10 seconds for that crawl to go by. You know? Less than. It was just, whoop, it just went whoop, real quick. And by the time you see the first CGI shot, I already forgot what the fucking crawl said. Because it was so uninteresting. And the movie's literally taking place moments after the end of The Force Awakens. Literally moments. But let's get back to Luke. You know, he's a hermit. He doesn't want to do anything, but yet he's still uber powerful. And we never get to see the backstory of what the fuck happened to his school. We know he tried to kill Kylo Ren, and he's like, oh no, I didn't try to kill him. I came to my senses at the last second. I wasn't going to kill him. Bullshit, you weren't going to kill him, Luke. You totally were going to kill him. Kylo is completely within his right to kill you back, you know? But that's all you see is their confrontation. You never see who the fuck the other knights are that Kylo Ren took. You never see him actually burn down that school, you know? You never see it happen. You just see the aftermath. And it's just fucking it's a waste of time. Oh, and when he first trains Rey to use the Force, and he's just like, close your eyes, and I'll stretch out and feel. And she sticks out her hand, and then he starts tickling her hand with a leaf. He's like, do you feel it? That's the Force. I swear to God, man. It's like they were trying to piss off as many people as possible. Like, they were trying. They said, hey, you know this Star Wars thing you like so much? Well, it's a fucking joke. You know? That's all I got from this film. Oh, like, remember this Star Wars thing you like so much? Oh, it's a fucking joke now. Everything's a joke about it. Aren't you having fun? Go ahead and laugh. And then you get these fucking weird-ass scenes where Luke Skywalker is sucking milk. He's sucking blue milk out of some disgusting CGI creature. He's like literally up on its nipple. He's like sucking the shit. He squirts it into like a water bottle and fucking drinks that shit. Like a lot. It's just like, why they have this scene in the movie? Cut that shit out. Why did you need that scene in the movie? Why? Doesn't make any sense. This movie is way too long. That's another problem with the movie. It's way too fucking long. You could have cut out 30 minutes of this movie. Alright? Put 30 minutes in Justice League. Take 30 minutes out of Star Wars, okay? You don't need the whole The whole sequence where they're going to the casino planet, you don't need that. Alright? These stupid scenes with Luke drinking blue milk, you don't need it. Another stupid scene where Rey is like touching a fucking glass wall and you see like a million of her and it's like, oh, she's about to learn something and then she doesn't learn anything. She's like, wow, this is a big waste of time. That scene could have been cut. No relevance. You never go back to that hole. It's supposed to be like the hole where like the Sith are, right? Those fucking Sith. She's like, who are my parents? And it shows her reflection. So what the fuck does that mean? Is she her own mom? That doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck is happening? Was she birth of the midichlorians like Anakin was? Is that what they're getting at? Yeah, don't even talk about the midichlorians, right? Even though it's a real fucking thing. Like, that's what it is, you know? That's the thing they want to keep canon, is the midichlorians in episodes 1, 2, and 3, right? And I hate how when Rey describes the Jedi Order, and she's like, it's a religion and stuff like that. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's a religion because people don't understand it. But there's a science behind it. That's a great thing George Lucas did. He actually made it a real physical thing. Like an actual evolution. Like actual, like, this is why you can have the Force, you know? It's not a spiritual thing. It's an actual physical thing. And Rey learns it like in a heartbeat. You know, she could do some crazy ass shit. By the end of the movie, she lifts like fucking 50 fucking boulders, you know, easily, with very little problem. But you know, it's great. It's great, isn't it? And oh my god, my theater, it was like half full because it was like, what, I think I went at like 10:30, so it was like half full. And with the fucking last shot of the scene, the last shot of the movie, which by the way goes back to these fucking kids on this stupid casino planet, these slave kids that are recreating the battle from the end of the movie, but they weren't there and they have no idea how the fuck the battle went down, but they're recreating it beat for beat. Ugh! How the fuck do they know that? Makes no sense. And the kid's holding the broom. He uses the Force to grab the broom, and he holds it like a lightsaber, and it goes. Who the fuck's that kid? Is that kid gonna be the greatest Jedi ever? Is that why we're focusing on him? No. He's a useless, pointless character that we're never gonna see again. What the fuck was the point of it? You could have cut that out of the movie. Let's save some time here. But you know, no, they won't cut a fucking frame out of this movie. They'll cut out 45 minutes of Justice League. They won't cut out a fucking frame of Star Wars. Like those kids really mattered at all. And when that moment happened and it went to there was this one fucking loser in the back of the fucking auditorium and he started clapping as hard as he could. Fucking clapping like crazy. You know, like clapping like fucking crazy. Hoping people would join in and like one or two people joined in and then it stopped. It stopped real quick. God. And there's kids in the theaters. The fucking kids want to shut the fuck up. They were laughing at every little fucking joke. We're talking like 5-year-olds. Laughing at every fucking joke. Like, yeah. Now Jar Jar Binks isn't looking so fucking bad now. It's like, why do they do half the shit they do in this movie? I have no idea. What the fuck is the point? The Millennium Falcon flying through a canyon that looks just like the Death Star from Return of the Jedi. Looks just like the Death Star. When it's flying through the canyon, it's the exact same like layout. And the final battle when they're on that like salt planet and what like a random ass soldier that you never see throughout the whole film, right? Just all of a sudden, 2.5 hours into this movie, you see a soldier. He's getting ready for battle. You know, he has his gun up and he looks at the ground. He touches it and he licks it. He's like, salt. And then it cuts away from him and you never see him again. Like, what the fuck was... That was like the most needless exposition ever. You could have had Poe say that. You could have had Finn say that. You didn't need to have a random ass character that had no relation to any of the main characters say that and then never show him again. You didn't need to do that. That was stupid as fuck. Just lazy. Just fucking lazy. How do we tell the audience the ground is salt? I don't know, just have like some guy lick it and say it's salt. Oh, should we have Finn do that? No. What? No. Oh, okay. Just a random guy. Yeah, just a random guy. Yeah, just get the sound guy. Get him in there. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, people eat that shit up. It's a fucking joke. And then they try to fight these giant walkers, which don't do any damage at all. They're fucking useless walkers. They don't do any damage at all. And they're trying to destroy this big gun that's going to blast the door to their last rebel hideout because they're down to like literally like 10 people. That's all they have is a rebel alliance. They've killed every fucking rebel. They're literally down to a handful now. And they're in these shitty little fucking like plane things that are skiing on the ground. And I swear to God, the whole point of this planet was so that Disney could get away with having crimson blood all over the place. And they just used the excuse, oh, it's salt. It's red salt. So, you know, they could get away with having like a whole field, like a whole battlefield, just look like it's completely covered in crimson blood. People like get chopped up in this. How is this movie a PG-13 or like lower? You know, this should be R, man. People get chopped the fuck up. One guy stumbles into a fan. You see his fucking, you know, red fucking bits of him flying around. Like, what the fuck? How did BVS get an R rating because one guy said fuck and another guy threw a punch at a guy? Like, what the fuck? Star Wars, they literally cut Snoke in half. Okay? Like, they don't cut away or anything. You see him get slowly cut in half. What the fuck? You have jokes every 10 seconds like this is a kid's film, and then all of a sudden we're going to get serious and start cutting people in half and dicing them and having huge battle scenes that look like it's covered with crimson blood. And then you have Rey hug Finn at the end. She doesn't kiss Finn, she just hugs him like a brother. Even though she's only known him for like, what, Force Awakens and that's it? You know? He must be like the only dude she's ever like talked to. That's why she likes Finn so much. She likes him, but she doesn't like him enough to kiss him. I don't know. So I'm fucking off about that. She might as well be a villain. I don't understand Rey's purpose. Might as well be a fucking villain. Where the fuck was Obi-Wan Kenobi? Where the fuck was Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker? Where the fuck was it? You had Yoda. You had a shitty puppet of Yoda. A shitty puppet of Yoda. Wow. Wow. They couldn't use the CGI Yoda from the prequels. You know? They had to go with a fucking shitty puppet and they had to put like a CGI glow around him. That's what they did for Yoda. And Yoda burns the scrolls, the Jedi scrolls, and the fucking whatever tree that was. Yoda does it. I'm sure Yoda wouldn't. I'm sure he doesn't care about those scrolls, even though he probably helped write them. You know. Yes, they have a lot of wisdom. Like, Yoda, aren't you the one that fucking wrote it? Don't you want people to learn? I don't know. I was thinking about the movie. It's just such a loaded fucking bullshit fucking message, man. Love is our only hope. As long as there's a sliver of hope, there's the fire that could start the uprising. The uprising? We already won at the end of episode 6. The uprising was successful. They killed the Emperor. And then they killed Snoke too. In this movie, they killed another Emperor. This whole shit should be over, man. It all should be over. Rebels win. They keep killing your leader over and over. That usually happens in a war. When you kill the other leader, your fucking side wins. Why do we continue to do this fucking whole, as long as there's one rebel, there's always going to be hope? Like, why do we keep doing this over and over? When can we have the Jedi Wars, you know? When can we have an army of Sith versus an army of fucking Jedis? Lightsabers, you know? We're never going to get to that shit. That's just never going to happen. That's just never going to happen on the screen. Rey is the last Jedi. So what's that make Kylo Ren? The last Sith? Even though he's completely justified in every action he's done so far? Completely justified. Like, from his perspective, Luke Skywalker was about to fucking kill him. That's why he turned against Luke. It's your own fucking fault, Luke. Why were you going to stab him in his sleep, you psycho? Like, what the fuck? Totally doesn't fit Luke's character at all from the end of episode 6. It does not sync, does not make any sense why he's like this. And they're never going to explain it, so you might as well not put any thought into it, right? I don't know why I care so much. I'm over Star Wars. I know. It doesn't sound like I'm over it, but I'm fucking so done with it, man. I started re-editing the prequels last night just because I was in the Star Wars mood because I was going to go see Star Wars today. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a little bit of Star Wars mood. I'm going to start going back to my fan edit of episodes 1, 2, and 3 altogether. And, I mean, I got a great beginning. I got a great opening crawl. Because I wrote my own opening crawl that I think fits perfectly, that leads into this nicely. And this movie, honestly, it makes me want to finish it. It makes me want to finish this edit and like show what a good Star Wars movie can be. I'm never going to watch this movie again. I watched The Force Awakens like twice, like total. The Last Jedi, this is the only time I'm going to watch it. I can't believe this film is going to make $1 billion. It's probably going to make over $1 billion. I can't believe it. I can't believe people are liking this. It's like a slap in the face. It's like insulting your intelligence the whole fucking movie. The whole movie. Joke, 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 joke. Let's take nothing seriously. Constant dumb decisions by the characters. Constant dumb decisions. Starting with Poe, and then Finn and the Asian girl trusting that shady guy who they weren't supposed to recruit in the first place. By the way, what happened to that subplot? They were supposed to get the guy with the fucking, like flower petal on his jacket, and they found him, and then they get captured, and they can't get that guy, so they get this other guy that's in the cell with them. Yeah, great decision, fucking Finn. Whatever the Asian... I don't even know the Asian girl's name. That's how little they did to develop her. They show her lover die, and then they barely say her fucking name in the movie, so you have no idea what the fuck her name is. I mean, maybe they said it, I have no idea. I'm not going to look it up either. I don't know what I was expecting going into this. Because I just felt like The Force Awakens didn't have this many jokes, Didn't feel like every scene was a fucking joke. It just didn't feel like that. But this one is just every fucking scene. The more I think about it, the more I want to I want to give it a lower score, than The Force Awakens. The more I think about it, because there's this great moment in there's this great moment in the Last Jedi where Kylo Ren kills Snoke, and him and Rey team up, and you're like, oh my god, this is the moment. He's gonna go good. This is the moment, and then he just continues to be bad. They look. Kylo Ren and Rey, they look the same, dude. They're both white. They both have dark hair. They both have dark eyes. They should be related. They should be related. They should be the twins. They should be Han and Leia's twins. Or Luke's twins. They should be the twins. The new twins. And they fought together. That was cool. She could barely put up a fight. She could barely fight these red dudes. And she had no problem killing Kylo, right? No problem taking out Kylo Ren. But she has a problem against these fucking dudes in red who we don't even know who they are. I guess they're the personal bodyguard of the Emperor, and I don't know if they're like the Knights of Ren or whatever the fuck that is. They mention it once and they never show who the Knights of Ren are. They never show them, so I don't know what the fuck they are. I was really depressed and I was really disappointed that Yoda was the only Force ghost. That was another big disappointment. The only one is Yoda. Wow, Qui-Gon Jinn was a Force ghost, He was the first one to discover it. Obi-Wan. You could bring back the actor that played Obi-Wan in the prequels. You could bring back Hayden Christensen. This is a good time. You could tie in the movies. And it's not like they would have a lot of screen time. They have one scene. How about you get rid of a fucking Porg scene and you add a Hayden Christensen scene? Is it really that bad? You know what I'm saying? To have some continuity here. To want that. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I don't know. What do you all think of this movie? I would suggest not spending money on this if you can help it. I got my ticket for free, Can't believe what they're doing to Star Wars, man. I can't believe it. It's just getting worse and worse. It just keeps making less and less sense. And it's like, how are they going to tie all this up? They're clearly not writing themselves into a corner. Ridiculous. They have no idea where they're going with this trilogy. They're making it up day by day. They have no idea how the last movie's going to end here. This movie felt like it was fucking put together like on a whim. Like they just like every day they were just rewriting the script. You know, they had no idea how the fuck they were gonna get this movie done, and that's why it's overly long. It's like 2.5 hours. It's too long. I was I was getting tired around the 2 hour mark. Like that's when they should have ended the film. That's when they should have ended it. And completely irrelevant scenes with the kids in the end. It's completely irrelevant. You're never gonna see those kids again. It's completely pointless. Oh, there's always a little hope in a little child's heart. Oh, it's so sweet. Fuck you. I'm so tired of this shit. Anyway, uh, yeah, that's my thoughts on Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Let me know what y'all think down below. What are your thoughts on it? You like it? You don't like it? I don't really care. I mean, this is this is how I feel about it. Yeah, probably not gonna watch the movie again ever. So, yeah, there's that. Just forget about Star Wars, you know. Just forget about it. It was good when it lasted. It ain't good anymore. No more good video games. You know, no more good movies. No more good cartoon shows. It's all done. I guess I'll just go back and play Knights of the Old Republic on my PC, right? Alright, I'll see y'all in the next one. I hope you're having a great day. If you like the movie, that's great, you know. Continue to like it. What do I give a shit? I don't give a shit. If you hate it, that's great. Continue to hate it. What do I give a shit, you know? Have a great day. Bye-bye.